We've had lodgers, husband and wife, family members, for the past 3 months. One of them is a born-again Manchester United supporter, and the two of them would start the day every day by completing the Guardian crossword, thereby depriving Sheila and me of one of our simple late-evening pleasures. So there were issues. But this week they've moved to a new home in a village nearby, and we'll get our crossword back. Throughout the occupation, Sheila has remained a kindly, helpful landlady, whilst I've reverted to my traditional role as the thing in the attic. Honor Miles is quite a landlady too. She's the trustee of Aughnagaddy House, situated on her family's estate in the northwest of Donegal. The house is a Presbyterian rectory built in the 1700s, which was converted into apartments in the early 1990s. The apartments are home to a range of Honour's friends turned tenants, and it seems that all live happily together. Can such a harmonious household be for real? Perhaps they have a crossword rota. Our reporter Maudhand went to meet the occupants of Aughnagaddy, calling firstly, as is only proper, on the landlady.
I was born in Nottingham. My father was disbanding what was left of his regiment after the First War, and we were all having influenza. So I didn't come home here until the end of 1919. All my earliest memories are here. Great deal of freedom. Lots of paddling and playing about in streams and things. And a totally empty beach, because there was nobody there. We were having troubles by that time. We used to go and undress in the woods on a nice day, and you could feel the sun and the pattern of the leaves coming on your bare skin. That was extremely nice. And we had a considerable staff, and then the servants had people helping them. I certainly liked it here, enormously.
So tell me who lives here at the moment.
There's a man called Halifax.
Who I should add is sitting here painting Honour as we speak.
Yes.
This is Tom Halifax, who's a painter.
And along there is Dorothy Motson, who was a single mother with a dear little boy, Ely.
And Dorothy has a new baby now as well.
Well, that appeared out of the blue. She had a partner suddenly. It was a shop, an alternative therapy shop. They rather overdid the therapy at some moment or other.
Tell me who else lives here.
Anita, she's the first one, I think. Well, then she suddenly acquired this extraordinarily nice American boyfriend.
Don
Isn't
McMahon.
he a darling? She came one day and she said she was being evicted from her cottage, and she was miserable.
When I moved here first, I was at a very low point in my life, and Honour's sensitivity to that, even though we never had a conversation about it, in her unique way, made me feel completely welcome and dispensed her wisdom gently all the time, that just helped me rebuild myself. And from that point of view, I will always see it and see that particular time in my life as being my turning point, as being the time when I found myself. This house can provide comfort, but it will be nothing without Honour, because it's her magic touch that has it the way it is.
Leave her alone. Let her go. Where's Mom?
I'm Tom, and I live in what's known as the old kitchen. I think it's very nice for Honour to have people around, and we can help her a little bit. She doesn't like cooking, and we do, so we all do a bit of cooking for her. And it gives us a huge amount back. It's just a really lovely place to live.
Hi. We've got berries. Do you have ice cream? Hi.
We've got chickens, ducks and geese in the yard. The woods here, we raid for wild mushrooms whenever we can. So just being able to pot around and forage for food and just being in the place is the best thing about it.
Who's that? Come in. Hello, darling.
I was wondering if anybody wanted a mushroom omelette for lunch.
Can I have a mushroom omelette for supper?
We can make you one for supper.
There are hundreds of eggs.
This is the beauty about your household, Honour, that you've got all your
Well,
fellow tenants popping in to see what you'd fancy for lunch or dinner.
Yes. Actually, it's rather a feature of Donegal's. They all do feed each other like anything.
I've got new kinds of mushrooms, charcoal burners.
They're how lovely.
I'm Lauren Sweeney. I'm Tom's girlfriend. You could imagine a lot of people finding it very difficult to share their childhood home. Honour's just taken this amazing attitude that she just wants to see the house being used. She loves to see parties. She loves to see people come by. Nobody gets away without waving up to Honour's window. She always knows who was it who came home at 2 a.m. And somehow that never feels intrusive. She just loves to know that there's people here having a good time.
My name is Don McMahon. The story of me coming to live at Aughnagaddy is a love story, because I came here to be with Anita. That I landed here is icing on the cake. I don't know where else you might find anything comparable, but if you do, go for it.
Are you getting excited? I'm Dorothy Mottram, and this is my son, Ely, and my daughter, Rhiannon. We live in the West Wing.
What is it you like about the place?
We have the best of both worlds, because we've got neighbours who are very willing to lend a hand, and yet you're as private as you want to be. I love being in the middle of the trees, not having to worry about Ely playing outside. He's forever bringing in frogs or wild animals, which is great, because it means he's very aware of his environment and of, the whole nature side of things.
I'm Ely, and it is a great house, so it is, because there's bats around.
Really? Oh God, they're not scared the living daylights out of you.
Nope. No? Do you believe in ghosts?
Ooh, it depends. Why?
Because I used to play with a wee girl ghost who lives here.
You're joking me.
I am not.
And do you think she's still around?
Yeah, but I haven't seen her in a long time.
It's like the family you would choose.
If only we had that option.
Yeah, when we come together to eat or to party, it has that lovely familiarity that families have, and when any of us individually have friends or family come to stay, it's like the other members of the Aughnagaddy family pool in to make those people feel welcome.
There are disagreements among people, mostly in the greenhouse. People seem to kill each other's plants by mistake quite a lot. So it isn't always sort of smiles and roses, but when it comes down to it, there's no question that we'll all completely step in if anything should ever happen.
Inadvertently, Honor has now a very cosmopolitan family.
Yes. She provides us all with a beautiful place to live, and I think everyone who lives here looks on her as a good friend, as opposed to the dreaded landlord, landlady sort of thing.
We all live for the moment, and that's Honor's way of living as well. Don and Anita have bought a house in Ramelton, and they're going to be moving. So it's not going to stay exactly the same, but Honor seems to have taken that completely in her stride, and hopefully she'll find someone else who will be equally as rewarding as they've been to live with.
On condition that they've got a TV, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very important that our new neighbours watch quite a lot of trashy television and let us come and watch it with them.
It would be sad to think that there might ever be a day when the house would be demolished and housing development put in its place. But I think that Honor's granddaughter Clara is committed to carrying out Honor's wishes to sustain it as a home as far as is possible for as many people as possible, and I think that will be a really nice legacy.
So, Honor, you're happy, no doubt, that Aughnagaddy House continues.
And I hope it will continue. I don't really mind who lives here as long as they keep it going. I hope the green part will continue for the children who like trees. And, I've got a badger, or I had, and I've got foxes, I've got an owl.
So would you say that you have, in a sense, a family around you now, even though they're not of your own blood?
Yes, absolutely. They're better to me than my family in some ways.
I can imagine.
Oh, I love them. I think they're great.
Rather overdid the therapy. It was good, I thought. That was Maud Hand with Honor Miles and the Tenants of Aughnagaddy. And if you've got unusual living arrangements, get in touch. You can find photographs of Honor and her tenants via www.